So yes, this is basically the conclusion of our Halloween episode special on the Copper Fox band channel on YouTube. So I think we'll call this section Pass the Mic. So basically it's not on the stand anymore, so we can just pass the mic and chit chat. And I do have, first of all, I'm going to make a statement, then I'm going to pass the mic. So my statement is I wholeheartedly believe in the paranormal. I believe everything is possible. Everything has always been possible. Considering we're alive and we're able to even question it, that's absolutely mental. So with that, I will pass the mic and ask my co-host and say, oh hell yeah. I will ask, first of all, do you wholeheartedly believe, and why? Because I know why I believe. I believe because I've seen shit and I've heard stories from people which makes no sense for them to lie. It makes no sense why they would lie. So let me pass it along.
So my alias was Rose, but it's Sophia. I wholeheartedly believe in the paranormal and in everything like that. Even if we were to touch base on aliens and stuff like that, I believe in everything, because back in the day, I'm not even going to lie to you, I was an absolute coward. I was the definition of a pussy. I was so afraid to even mention the name ghost, and now I fucking became besties with the absolute two fucking Ghostbusters. They're adult virgins. No, they're the Ghostbusters. And I just found that rather than being so afraid of everything, I embraced it, and I just found so much entertainment out of it. And I will watch any scary movie, and I love it. And I just think the best way, instead of being afraid, is to be the paranormal turns me on. No, I'm messing. But yeah, no, I'm definitely a firm believer, and I just think listening to everyone's stories today, it's just really fucking concreted my belief, because there's a gang load of scary, ooky, kooky, spooky fucking bastards, and I know for a fact, no, honestly, I say I'm not afraid of the paranormal anymore, but I know for a fact, and everyone who's listening, and if you listens to the 5 episodes, good luck to you sleeping tonight, because I know for a fact I'm not going to be sleeping. I'm going to be fucking staying awake watching the show, because I'm so afraid. No, but yeah, no, I am a believer. I'm going to pass it over to, I don't know whether Katrina wants her real name. No, she wants her pseudonym, because she gave the most content and she got the most real. And I'm looking at her now, and she's fucking haunted. She's the image of Morticia Adams. So I'm sitting, she's the image of Fester in front of me. I want to start singing.
So I definitely do believe in the paranormal, but I also do, I suppose, give in to the idea that how people are brought up and their circumstances impacts how they interpret these things. So basically, if you're going to grow up with a person that's super spiritual, you're going to think that these things are a spiritual experience, and so on and so forth. I would also think that I'm old enough and wise enough to question these things, so half the things that my mum says I do question, but you know, I do also have my own experiences, and I do believe her that she's not a liar. So if she says that she's seen something, I believe her. In saying that, I'm spooked out by a lot of things that are going on at the moment, and yeah, I am about 8 or 9 drinks deep. So I'm kind of rambling at this stage, but yeah, I do believe in the paranormal. I do believe that things impact your interpretation of the paranormal, but that's not to say that they aren't real. And I'll probably get haunted tonight and fucked by a ghost up the ass.
Do you know what? She always has to take the tone down of the. She does. She lets herself down like a cheap pair of tights. Why did you have to say that?
Oh my god, the audience is gonna be full of ruffians now. Scum. I think as a statement, I mean, I am also about I have a lot of drinks inside of me, okay? And I would like to say that if you have any family that have experienced like paranormal shit, please believe them. There's no point in not believing them. Even if you want to entertain them, please do. Yeah, like, don't deny their reality, because it happened to me, and then obviously something happened that they couldn't deny. So oh no, don't say that. Oh bollocks, I apologise, ghost. Although if you're a female ghost, just put it out there. But wait, let me finish my statement. It's called pass the mic, not hog the mic off the co-hosts. Right, pal? Right, Rose?
Now he's passing the fucking. Mic, right? No, listen. I know you were saying a female ghost, but do you believe people when they say they've had sex with ghosts? Do you believe that?
Personally, I validate everyone's paranormal experience. I think I mean, I know Tara, you're obviously a mental health nurse and you shouldn't believe certain shit, but she wants the mic bad. Or we'll pass it to Katrina for a sec, yeah.
She was fucked by a ghost. She was fucked by a ghost.
Right, I'm just gonna say
She was fucked by a ghost.
I was fucked by a ghost. No, I'm just gonna say, right, not to invalidate anyone's experience. I believe that your reality is your reality, but also we've all had them sleep orgasms. Right? Let's not pretend that we haven't had them sleep orgasms. So if you decide that that's down to a ghost, girl, do you? But also, we've all had them. They're just dreams, okay?
She was fucked by a ghost. What are you doing?
I don't feel it.
I was fucked by a ghost. What are you doing? But listen, if you've had a night emission, especially for a female, if a female has a night orgasm and tried to say that it was a ghost, that ghost better dick me down, because I know a lot of ladies haven't had an orgasm with a man. They were fucked by a ghost. But I know a lot of you know, I'm they said they're 9 drinks deep, so my I don't want to, obviously I don't want to not take people's things serious. No, because I know a lot of celebrities, especially like Kesha and all, have said they were fucked by a ghost. Were you fucked by a ghost?
No, this is gonna be on the blooper reel, the grand. Now listen, sorry, but can we legit talk about Kesha being fucked by a ghost? Also, everyone keep it ASMR, we'll keep it low level and shit, you know, we'll keep it level. I don't, do you? Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, our manager actually, was a dick.
I just don't want, I don't know.
Do you not want to talk about it? It is a bit fucked up, isn't it?
I have no problem with you talking about it, but I just don't want to because
Alright, she was fucked by a ghost.
No, right.
I actually don't do that. Do you know? Wait, first of all, do you have enough to talk about that you can take the segment?
I've heard a lot of people.
Why is she yelling?
Sorry.
Also, I have the mic. Here's the mic.
Headphones in, fuck off. I've heard of, and I've read a lot of articles about Kesha being, obviously having sex with a ghost, but in saying that, you set yourself up for it. you lie down, you're like, I want to be fucked by a ghost. No, but it's the same as a Ouija board. You invite it in. It's not like you lie down, because I low-key have tried it. No, I haven't. To delete this, I don't like this. Fuck by a ghost.
Well, listen, okay, right, so it's not, no, it's all, well, now you've made it weird, so nah, I'm only messing, right, so to be honest, wait, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Fuck you and your fuck by a ghost speech. Damn it, fucking Kesha, bitch. God damn it. But what I was, I can't remember what I was going to say. It was something got to do with ghosts. Anyway, duh. You might be too drunk for this past the mic segment. But so boys, right? Let's bring it back around, because I can timestamp this so we can. It's segment by segment. So what do you think was first of all, what do you think was the most likely story tonight, and what's the most unlikely story? And I'll start and I'll pass it right to left. Okay. The most likely story, I think, was the two corroborating stories, which were, I would say, the one, obviously, and I am being biased, but the one I experienced with the keys in the door and there was no one in my room somehow, and my family seen it too and heard it, and the girl entering in the mental place institution, would you call it institution? Sorry, hospital maybe. I think them two stories were the most reliable, because they obviously have, like, how can two people experience the same illusion? And I say that with quotations. So, and the most unbelievable, I would say, is, I do believe in all of them, but if there was one unlikely one, I would say maybe my Uncle Jerry with the banshee, because it can be half explained. Maybe it was a woman out at 5 o'clock in the morning, just drunk, and came out from the pub late and was just standing there, and maybe the wind was blowing a different direction, but there's no reason for him to lie either. But that's the only unlikely one I can attribute to. I can rationalise. So I'll pass them right to left, because our co-host Rose, aka Cake Pops, is she likes to say a lot. She likes to say "fucked by a ghost" a lot. So we're gonna pass it to my colleague from right to left. So, what do you think is the most likely, most unlikely, personally, to you, from what you've heard tonight, or just maybe in general, maybe something you've heard by a different person you haven't mentioned tonight, and elaborate. Fucked by a ghost. You rigged it. That's
like yourself, I would say the ones that corroborate. So, like your story, where, especially when your man dad hears, I feel like that's like especially validating. Like, I feel like when there's two people, it especially validates it. So your story where the keys were in the door and your mum and dad both heard it, that was very validating. And then I suppose some of my sister's stories, being biased, I would say that they're very validating as well. Like, we all heard her, we all know what she experienced. So I would say that probably the most unreliable one, I'd probably say, is my dad's. Because, I don't know, maybe you just seen two horses. Maybe they just escaped from somewhere. It is a legend, but you never really know. I don't know. Part of me always says, like, the ones that are legends, like the Banshee and the Headless Horseman and all that shit, is not real. But then part of me wants to say, well, that's part of our culture and it is real. So I don't really know. Yeah, it is a solstice, so you wouldn't really know. Lads, I have to take a big shy.
So obviously, obviously I feel like the most reliable stories. Obviously, oh my god, the thought about shining. Shitty bum, fuck by a ghost. Obviously, I feel like the most reliable stories for myself, and it's just going off of pure personal experiences, is the ones that I was there for. It's the ones that I would attest to, and that's, you know, the one where my own mother was asked to look for a sign, and she knew my little brother was a boy and stuff like that, and and there's just this, oh, like, it's always just really weird whenever I get the mic. Listen, there's something happening. Fuck by a ghost. Fuck by a ghost. Was the dog barking before? I don't know. I feel like sometimes most unlikely stories are like stories passed down, like especially stories that we've heard when we were younger, and that's gone by all of us. You know, I don't know. I'm obviously not gonna fucking discommode anyone's story, because that just does. I just feel like stories that happened when we were younger, you know, how can they be verified? How can they be stuff? No, but I'm talking about stuff that happened when we were really, really young. Like, obviously we are gonna have stories that are, I'm genuinely not gonna get this come out anyone's story, but stuff that happened when we were small, and stuff that happened when like, who can verify this? Obviously stuff that people say, yeah, that happened to me, but I feel like little folklores like that, like, who's to say that that wasn't said to you to find to shout out you when you were both, you know, because obviously like stuff, Johnny Darky, Jack Black, not Jack Black. no, sorry, what's that called? No. Oh god, I'm so sorry, not Jack Black. What was that called? Bojack. That was the frightened the shite out of me. And who's to say that the band, not Jesus, like the Banshee, there's so many stories that have corroborated it, but that's not to say that the man looking with the red eyes in the window, who's to say that that was real, and who's to say that wasn't just Yama trying to get you to go to sleep so she can, you know, these are the things, these are the unreliabilities of it all. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to Philip Lilla, see what he has to say. Did you say something that time? Right, sorry.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god, that song actually starts like that by Phil. And I'm on the streets again, disobeyed another warning. You should have been in bed. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, speaking of spooky people named Jack, have any of us ever heard of Spring Heel Jack? No. It's a Liverpool legend, Spring Heel Jack. You never heard of it? I feel like I should elaborate and talk about it for like 5 seconds, okay? So, and this is corroborated actually, and this isn't like official police documents. No, it's official police documents around the same time, and it kind of loops back to how did remember the Hellfire Club? How did the devil, let's say, jump that high through the fucking building? And this, I'm only telling this right now, okay? So Spring Heel Jack is half a legend. It stems from Liverpool basically, and these are police records of he's called Spring Heel Jack because there was sightings of someone the police was chasing. They were like, we followed him for ages and we can't catch him. He would jump from roof to roof, like immeasurable amounts of height and length, and they were like, this makes no sense. Like that. No, seriously, but this was like, how was he able to jump from building to building and jump up walls onto buildings? Makes no sense. So now I'm like, if that entity was actually documented by actual police records, why can't, let's say, Spring Heel Jack wasn't the Satan that turned up in the Hellfire Club? Maybe it was just the same demon being like, you should, because at the end of the day, the most ironic part of the whole Christianity part is that Satan was actually an angel. Yeah. That's the most messed up part of it, and he was too handsome. Yeah, and he was the most beautiful, wasn't he? Most beautiful angel, yeah. He was the most beautiful angel, and
the humans, and yeah, so apparently he was jealous of humans, and he fell in love with Lilith, wasn't it? The original Eve, wasn't it? Or no, he fell in love with Eve. I don't know. So either I think he fell in love with Lilith. So Lilith was Eve, basically. And he fell in love with her. And I suppose the old styly way of explaining having sex was eating an apple. So do you know the way Eve ate the apple? So she had sex with the devil. So the old styly way of explaining things. So the old styly, no, because Adam was kept in the Garden of Eden, and she was cast out. That was a euphemism for having sex. Huh? Satan was the snake, so he was the person that tempted her to have sex. He tempted her to eat the apple. So she fucked the ghost. No, so she had sex. So she apparently had sex with the devil. And that's where humanity came from. So that's why we all have parts of good and evil, because she was made of God, but she also had evil parts.
actually, now that you mention it, if angels having sex with humans, isn't that where the Nephilim came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And they were apparently these tall, beautiful creatures, very, very similar to what some people would explain to be aliens, actually. They were these big angels, and apparently their remains have been dug up, so these gigantic humans have been dug up around the world, and they actually feel that that's the Nephilim, is it? Nephilim?
I've a question, okay, boys. Now this is complete drunk talk, right? Like bollocks talk, right? But I've often thought this is my like reason for why humans are kind of special, okay? And I believe we are kind of special animals, maybe on a different plane of existence or some shit, okay? Especially being able to perceive different types of information and stuff, okay? So here's my theory on the universe, okay? And I do believe in this. There's obviously a creator. There's no point without a creator, okay? But right, so in the universe there was nothing, and then the creator knew nothing, which was in theory everything. Then the universe became everything. You get what I'm kind of saying? Does that make kind of sense? Right. So the universe is so smart, or God is so smart, that he was able to create beings which were able to even question the point of the universe. There's no other plant or being that can go, what's outside of here, and that can question why they're alive. There's no actually other entity on Earth. So I think that makes us half special. If there's any Nephilim around, I think it might be actually humans. The fact we're even able to question stuff, the fact that we have not like the course of knowledge, the course of knowing that one day you are going to die. That's a course. Animals don't have that course. They haven't got that fear. They live life on their instincts, like, which is the way animals are supposed to be. But yeah, that's why I assume we might be the Nephilim, because I think it makes sense, to be honest. But any thoughts or any?
I suppose, I don't know, like that's just so true. Like, we would question why we're here and what we do. I would think that quite a lot. I don't know if anyone has watched the David Attenborough, the latest one. It's incredible, but he was talking about how, during the dinosaurs reign, I suppose, that there was a mass extinction, and he was basically skirting around the fact that everything that's happening now, like with fucking climate change, and now the fucking pandemic and everything, me and my brothers were saying, like, is this the mass extinction, and more sentient enough to believe that, and more, we question this, whereas if we were, humans would know, and this is what I'm saying, that's the course of knowledge. I believe that's why we fucking have like mental health issues and stuff like that, because we're so aware. We're too aware. Like, could you imagine living your life like a fucking plant, or an animal, whatever.
Knows I'm sad.
You know what I mean? Like, you're born, you're living off your instincts. You mate, you eat when you're hungry, you drink when you're thirsty, you look out for predators, and you die, and you don't question any of this. This is where like different religions come in, and again, this whole thing. Could you imagine like a frog believing in ghosts?
Yeah, like seeing
And believing in
we don't know that they don't.
I know, of course we don't know that we don't, but we would take it to the fact that I would assume that frogs don't believe in ghosts, and frogs don't believe in the paranormal. Like, this is...
I'm gonna get super drunk on you and super deep, right? Have you heard of simulation theory?
Yeah.
Do you understand what it is? Yeah?
I believe like there's all different realms and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's...
Well, not really realms.
The different people, like...
But that's where that, do you remember that thing I was talking about in one of the podcasts, and it was like, we only actually know 0.0035% of what's going on, of the electronical universe, or whatever it is, and like 90% of the stuff we actually have no clue of what's going on. So, but that's where people are saying that that's actually the 90% or 99.999% that we actually don't know is the actuality of what's going on. So they're saying that that's basically proof. Yeah. No, but they're saying that that's actually the reality, and that was proof that came out that we are a simulation. So everything that happens right now, like what we are doing right now, is a simulation of what we want to happen. So we decided for this to happen, and it's happening. So this is one of our realities.
But one of the theories also is that AI is becoming so advanced that humans actually, first of all, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but the game The Sims, okay? You create lives for them, they have no idea what's going on, they just have it in their head, be like, what, like, first of all, I don't know why I like music, why I feel like I have to pursue music. No one knows why they have to pursue anything. It makes no sense. Like, why is that in your head? Maybe, here's the idea of simulation theory, is the fact that our AI got so advanced, and is getting that advanced, that we can create simulations where the people that are in it, like the AI that are in it, don't know it's a simulation, and have, like, our AI will get so advanced that the AI will have free will. Just like us, just like we have free will. You get what I mean? And that's the whole theory of simulation, is the fact that there's a million universes that were created by other AI gods and stuff, and I think it makes sense, to be honest. But
maybe that's where manifestation comes from. So we put it... So where you were saying that the AI becomes so advanced that it creates basically its own life and what it wants. Yeah. But what if we are these Sims and we've manifested like that? I've manifested that I come here tonight, so here I am, because I've become so sentient and I've become so aware that I've decided that this is what I want to do with my life.
You have the choice though as well. You've assimilated the choice from the simulation. You're so self-aware that you can make choices.
Possibly, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that's how deep it goes.
I am a avid believer, and I practice myself in manifestations, and
it's not like positive thinking.
It's
basically.
Yeah, but like it goes so much deeper than that. Like you can manifest whatever you want. You know what I mean? And if you believe it so much, and you say to yourself, I have this specific thing, eventually you are going to have it. And I don't think you can fucking come for me in the comments, but I I have manifested things that I've wanted.
Can you give an example that's not too personal, but something that would be
yeah, I've started my own business that I came from basically nothing.
Okay.
And I've started my business, and I'm fucking doing okay for myself. And there we go. I literally came from the position where I struggle with mental health. I'm completely open with this matter. I suffer with anxiety, I suffer with depression. I came to a point where I thought I wasn't going to have anything in my life, and I stumbled across this. I'm a genuine believer in what's meant for you never pass you, but that goes again with the simulation.
Oh, it does.
You know,
God.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I can't say I believe in the simulation because that's just bonkers. But
make sense though.
it makes sense. It just makes sense. It just.
Broke the universe.
Hold on, I have something random.
I just broke the universe.
So what if when you walk into a room and don't know what you go in there for, maybe the person who sent you into that room just forgot what they were sending you in there for? What if they just made you walk into that room and that's it, and that's why you forget? Woo!
Just honestly, just like in a game, obviously yous are female, so have yous all played games and stuff, and like, you know.
Yes, I have played games. Alright.
Have you ever clicked on something and went, no, I'll just do the other thing? That might be the simulation. Someone controlling you, being like, put it this way, right? Rose, yes. We still going by the after? No. Okay, so fit. Right, so you obviously had no inclination that you were going to be baking stuff. Maybe that was the attributes given to you, and then your whoever's controlling you finally eventually went, like, that's your attributes that were given to you, so you'll find them out eventually. And maybe, obviously, I'm not gonna go like way deep off the deep end here, but maybe suicide is someone ending your game. Do you think? Maybe it is. Or someone rage quitting, or I don't know. I know it's an horrible thing to say, but I'm just saying. No, well, yeah. Obviously, I'm saying it's just a theory, yeah, but
we don't know what's waiting for us on the other side. We could end there.
You know what's mad? Fucked by a ghost. But you know what's so crazy about the whole AI and simulation thing is the fact that we could be all wearing helmets right now, and we could just snap out of this when we die and be like, oh shit, that was a mad AI simulation. You know what I mean?
We go asleep in the night. That's our game coming off, and that's like
someone saving your progress, and yeah.
The little snippets, and this is why we think we see ghosts and stuff like that. It's not.
But isn't that why humans are so crazy? We're even able to comprehend this. Like what?
If someone was playing my life as a Sims game, my God, they're one boring bastards, and I'm absolutely scarlet for them because my God, like, at least give me some dick in me life. Get someone to dick me down if it is someone.
But the fact of simulation theory, right, is the fact that we're on one level of the simulation, but we're also so close to making the next level of simulation. You know what I mean? Like we're so close to making AI with free will that can make choices that we could be also part of the AI that was made before us that made choices. Oh my God. I feel like I need to be high to talk about this, but oh my God.
Anyone's religion, but like Hinduism and reincarnation, like, you know what I mean, and like obviously muscle memory and stuff like that. Do you ever say you said like deja vu? Can that not be just the game like rebooting?
But was anyone else completely not arsed? Like, do you know what? Like, is anyone else completely like, I actually don't care if I'm completely made up. I've just come to like, no, I actually couldn't care if someone's controlling me right now. I actually couldn't care. That's the AI.
That's your higher being.
No, but I'm actually just like, if this is my life, then I have to just live it. Do you know what I mean? I actually don't care if it's like, if this is who I am, this is who I am.
You have no qualms that your life is already planned out and it's being controlled by. You have no qualms.
But like, there's something I can do about that.
Maybe there is something you can do about it. Maybe you can break the simulation by actively going against every thought you've had or some shit. I don't know.
My thoughts are what you want to do. Yeah, but like, even if they're pre-designed, that's in my head. That's what I want to do. As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna live a happy life. So,
but if things are predispositioned and we are in the simulation, even us going against the simulation is in the simulation. We are, you know what I mean? There's no going around it. There's no fucking around. If we are the anarchists, if we are the people that are going against it, we're meant. There's no anarchy.
But here also, boys, right? Where's the headphones? Because I can kind of hear them. I must be like super loud, am I? Anyway, I'm trying to be very ASMR-ish, right? But No, it's not with my side anyway. But right, listen to this, boys. Right, okay. So the fact that we are in a simulation, we are smart enough to make simulations where we could make an AI machine that could be self-aware, that could also, once the AI machine dies, it can live on still as a ghost. That's what I'm saying. Why can ghosts not be real inside a simulation theory if we are in it at the minute? Man, this is getting deep as fuck, boys. Deep as fuck. But
I genuinely think that, you know, ghosts are real, and even if that's inside a simulation, that's also real, and we just have to accept our reality as simulations.
Are we all asleep right now?
Ah well, nothing you can do. Just get on with it.
Wait, first of all. Here's a weird question, okay? What are the odds, right, if first of all, me being your family, Katrina, and me being your friends, Sophie, because your pseudonym's gone, right? Like to realise the astronomical odds of that is so strange, and the fact that your grandma was friends with your granddad is the strangest, and the fact that, but you realise that human connections are very fucking rare, and the fact that we're all intertwined in this way is fucking strange. Very strange.
It's this whole thing of like right place, right time type of thing. Could you imagine, like, if I was anybody else, if my ma hadn't have conceived me?
Speaking of not being conceived, I'm not supposed to be alive, boys. Actually, a lot of times, but the first time was literally like my mother can only have 3 kids,
So if we're in a simulation,
and the 3rd one died. So if it wasn't for that simulation, if it wasn't for my ma falling down the stairs, I would not be alive. But I also got all this filthy, dirty genetics, which makes no sense. I'm in bits.
at the end of the day, even people conceiving, even being conceived, even, you know, out of the how many fucking, I don't know how many sperm, the bajillion of sperm has went in, like, everyone that's alive right now.
Can't believe I won.
You won.
You also won.
Everyone won. We're all winners. And like, if you are ever feeling,
Yeah, if anyone's ever feeling low, we all won the lottery. We're all alive. We had a race with a couple of million people and won. Feel successful.
oh, Disney ring on. If you are ever feeling like, fucking, I'm shit, I'm this and this and this, you're the fucking winner. You are alive, and I swear to God, this is the greatest time. And I know everyone, Jesus Christ, like, there's so much shit going on right now, but honest to God, it's the most amazing time to be alive right now. We've access to we're fucking, our minds are thinking the way it is. Could you imagine us in the 50s? I don't think we would have thought like that. We'd all be married. You know what I mean? We'd all be married and 7 kids and just going on, getting battered by our husbands, and oh my God, maybe edit that bit out. You know what I mean? Like, in this, like, we're able to record this content right now. We're able, and this is a pandemic, and I know it's going to be an awful time, but just everybody remember that we're fucking an anomaly. Your dad riding your ma is an anomaly.
I will say as well that the fact that we have all these stories, the ghost stories, the paranormal stories, I'm so happy we recorded this right now, because they will live on forever. Do you realise that the internet is eternity now? That's it. It's in the ether. It's in the ether. And right now, my grandfather will live on. My Auntie Rose will live on. Jared will live on. I will live on. We will all live on right now. I know. Actually, I should have gone on to the story about the Battle of Mons, but I feel like I'll save that for next time. If anyone's interested, we can, yeah. Because it's not interesting, but... Are you alright? Do you want some paracetamol?
I won't help.
Are you okay? What's wrong with you?
Huh?
Do you want to lie down properly, or? Okay. Boys, yeah, everyone's very lucky. You know? I feel very lucky anyway to be just here. Wait, I have a question. I have a question for the 2 females here. Okay, now, my greatest mental health trick, and it's only a tip for anyone that's ever felt shit or feeling like, oh, I'm in bits and there's no point in doing anything. Just realise that, honestly, I am in bits every day, and it is drunk talk, but honestly, I'm in bits every day. But physically, listen, it can always get worse. Like, just be happy where you are now, because there's always someone out there that's way worse than you, and I feel like that's something that gets me through day by day. So, any tips by you, but especially from Katrina, she's a mental health nurse, so I feel like she should have some. But if she doesn't, bitch. What are you messing?
Sorry, I'm gonna let Katrina talk, but I've like 2 years ago had the worst. I joke and say it was me nervous breakdown and stuff like that. I suffered with anxiety and depression really, really bad. And my best I suppose a little bit of advice is that it's just always gonna get better. And even when you think that it's just gonna get worse, and oh God, Jesus, I couldn't imagine what everyone is going through. And but if you think like it's just gonna get worse and it's snowballing and you're just getting bad news after bad news, I am here to fucking tell you it's gonna get better. And just hold on to that promise that it's gonna get better. And we're in a simulation, it will get better. So but I'm actually it's all part of the journey, but please just it will get better. I can promise you that. And I'm actually going to pass you over to a fucking a healthcare professional, and she's going to give you some exquisite words of advice, because she was one of the people that got me through as well.
I don't know, I feel like it was all kind of covered. But like that, it always does get better. I've seen people come back from literally the brink of suicide, or like that, being completely catatonic and they can't move with depression and stuff like that. But also, being very topical, I think that the big thing is what I found is a lot of people saying, oh, they can't cope with another lockdown and they can't deal with this, that and the other, and I get that. But for a lot of people, I feel like they are kind of, you know, saying that they can't cope with it, but it's more their perception of not being able to cope with it. So my main thing would be to ask yourself what has changed and what is different about your life, and if you can cope with that, we can figure out things to help with that. But you know, for a lot of people, things haven't changed. You know, a lot of people say, like the likes of my mum and dad's age, they wouldn't be going out a whole lot often anyway. So it was more their perception of not being able to go out and stuff like that. So always talk to someone. Yeah, like that. There always is near. There's always someone to call. There's always someone to talk to. If things are getting too much, always have a chat. And other than that, you know, follow your healthcare professional's advice. There's always someone. You know, someone always wants to listen, and people aren't as bad as people think.
Adam is just currently, I don't know where he was gone, probably to get more drink. Just in saying that, yeah, as there's always someone that's gonna listen. And again, we're going to link, and it'll probably be in previous videos as well, a lot of, you know, mental health providers, healthcare providers that will be there always to listen. And again, just obviously Adam is probably going to add something else, but just I can't thank you enough for listening if you've made it this far. And I know I know Halloween is going to be a hard one this year, and I just thank you so much for listening, and I just really hope you enjoyed it. And if you have, please subscribe and like and comment, and if you want to fucking tear us over in the comment sections, please do. So from my alias Rose, but my real name is Sophia, thank you so much. And I know Katrina here, she's so thankful for everything. Yeah, so I'm going to pass it over to Adam. Here he is. So he's just going to finish everything off. But again, thank you so much for listening. And please stay safe this Halloween. And even, Jesus, we're not far off Christmas. So happy fucking Christmas.
Yes, boys and girls. This has been the end of the podcast. And we hope someone took something from this anyways, and this has been a very relevant conversation anyways, and I don't know what else to say. I feel like I'll just say good night, God bless, and thank you so much for listening, and This has been a very relevant Halloween and interesting Halloween, and I hope everyone's getting spooked out the fuck. And if you enjoyed this, let's make it a regular section because I like talking about ghosts. So, good night, God bless. See you in the next one. We've been doing this for 5 hours, by the way. I hope people appreciate the fact that we put the effort into this, and I spilled coke all over my laptop. Thank you so much for listening. Good night, God bless. Peace. Ooh, spooky.
I was just saying, well done, everyone. I was just saying that
Did it?